for no reason. But we back anyway.
Okay. I mean that works because this just started working, so
Okay.
we back. We in full effect. Sorry for the technical difficulty, but we are back. Welcome 21 Titles Weekly Recap. This is episode 42. Sean, my guy from Maggie's Farm back in the day. What is goody?
It's crazy because I need to get to Maggie's Farm.
I mean,
this ain't a plug because we're not getting paid to talk about Maggie's Farm.
Yeah.
We'll be looking good on Instagram. I just want to say that.
Yes. Welcome, Sean. Thank you for popping in here. But yeah, this is our time. Sundays at 7. And we are 21 Titles. My name is Brittany Wallace, aka Wellness Brit, and as always, I have the lovely
Shantae.
You know, she's out here getting it done. But yeah, we're a consultancy firm, really just staunch on seeing the next generation succeed in ways that we couldn't see ourselves succeed, right? All about personal and professional development. We talk on these Sundays about things that we feel like we should keep our community in the know about. Shantae is an IP attorney, so NIL is in her wheelhouse. So she likes to talk about that and bring us articles and topics dealing with the policies that are in the legislation and all those things that are changing on a consistent basis. Technology, we are blockchain enthusiasts. We think blockchain is the future and it's going to revolutionize all industries within the next 5 to 10 years, we believe. Women's sports, we're advocate women's sports fans. We're former collegiate and professional athletes ourselves. So we love talking women's sports. And last but not least, the business of culture, because we are the culture. You feel me? And we like to keep y'all in the know about what's going on in the culture that has some type of professional or business acumen tied to it. So let's get into it, Roxanne.
Yeah, so we usually start off with sports news. So if you don't know, this week we had a big turnout in volleyball for a volleyball match located in Nebraska. So we had Nebraska playing Nebraska of Omaha, and so this match set a not a world record, but basically a world record because it's being compared to another match that happened in 2022 in Spain. But nonetheless, 91,648 people came to this volleyball match this week in Nebraska. And Nebraska University, they stopped all classes for the day so that the students and the student athletes can get prepared for just the magnitude of this event.
Right.
It looked crazy. You would have thought that they came to watch someone perform. You would have thought it was like a football game. And no, like these people showed up for a volleyball match. And from what I understand, it was a great game. And like I previously mentioned, the last match that held the record was in 2022. And that was at a stadium located in Barcelona, Spain. And that had, and not for nothing, Nebraska's stadium is only supposed to hold 85,000 fans, but they made accommodations so more than 90,000 people could actually come and attend. 90,000 people, over 90,000 people is crazy. Like, I don't even know how many people that really is. Like, it just looked like a swarm of it looked like the Red Sea in
Right.
the stadium. When you watch like the video and the photos, it just looked like the Red Sea. And yeah, like it was just really dope to watch. I've never seen this amount of people come out for volleyball. Fun fact, Brittany and I played volleyball in high school. So we also love the sport, and it's just amazing to see that many people show up, not only for just a volleyball game, but also for women's volleyball game.
Right.
So we just wanted to highlight what's going on in Nebraska because that's a big deal.
Look, Shantae failed to mention she had a mean side serve. Like the side serve, that was Shantae's bag. Okay. Deep. Like, you know how they be getting aces in tennis? What they call that in volleyball when they don't hit the ball? That's a point.
Yeah, but I don't know what they.
Come on. Yeah, you had the mean side serve. Yes. Yeah, man. You don't remember that? Shantae used to hit people in the face too, like bang. It's a point.
We changed it to the sport too because our gym teacher also happens to be the volleyball varsity coach. So.
Right. She was like, "Yo, y'all tall? Y'all play basketball? Let's go."
Yeah. It was fun though.
It was.
It's a great sport. It's a very competitive sport. And over 90,000 people again. It's just insane. That's insane.
Has Nebraska? I haven't done my research, but have they won a championship? Like how?
I don't know if they won the championship. I just think that Nebraska is just big on. I don't even know what. Honestly, I don't know what prompted Nebraska selling over 90,000 tickets for this game. Let me do a quick Google.
Yeah, that's remarkable though. Like.
Yeah, I don't know what made them do this for this game.
Right.
It may have just been like also a rivalry, right? Because they in the same state. So Nebraska U versus Nebraska of Omaha. So
okay.
It may have just been that because I don't think they played each other before, and if they have, it's been a very long time.
Right.
I don't think they're in the same conference. I don't think they meet each other during the regular season, volleyball season, which made it probably more enticing for people to go. This is my guess.
Right.
But,
okay. Yeah. Nah, that's fine. Volleyball is really big around the world too. Like, if that's one of the things that they use the gym for when I was overseas playing, that's the sport, volleyball. They would immediately put the stuff up as soon as we was done. Put them nets up, let's go. So shout out to Nebraska women's volleyball. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing volleyball continue to grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Coco Golf.
Coco.
I'm killing, right?
Showing up.
You know what? I'm gonna just say, like, since I've been watching her, right now we seeing her transform. Like, right now we seeing her step into the player that we know that she can be. You know, like seeing her confidence in herself, like getting the crowd into the match, you know, pumping herself up. Like, we're going to talk about it, even defending herself in the situations, speaking up for herself. Like, that's when you know you are arriving because you see the confidence in herself and you see her taking her stance. Like, yo, I'm just as good as anybody else out here, and y'all about to feel it.
Yeah, and that's you hit the nail right on the head. Like, that's what comes off. That is the vibe. That is the energy. That is what comes off when you watch Coco play now. No, we not. Yo, Kevin is crazy.
Oh no.
She's been doing, but she's a young. Also, she's very young, right? So, and it shows in how she plays. But she's still very youthful. She's only 19 years old. And she got the limbs and the stamina and the energy to keep up. Like it definitely shows. And you know, she's been playing at the net a lot
Mm-hmm.
in these last three matches.
Yeah.
She got her win today against Caroline Wozniacki.
Wozniacki.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. She's an OG in the sport.
Yes, she is.
She did battle it out with Serena a couple of times back in the day when Serena, you know, was out here getting to it in the U.S. Open. And from what I understand, she took some time off to look like to be a mom. That's what I read today. Didn't know that she is a mama too. And she took off for 3 years and then came back. And so this is why this match today was also a really big match because when the last time Caroline played, like you gotta think, Coco Gauff was 16, 15, turning 16. And you know, Coco was just talking about, you know, watching Caroline play when she was younger and stuff like that. So now you playing against an OG out here, you know, that was out here killing at my point. And so yeah, she looked great today. And when I mean I'm talking about Coco. So did Caroline, but Coco got the dub, got the win. It was just a great match today. A great match.
Look, I'm here to see Coco do well. Talking about speaking up for yourself, her first matchup, which was on Monday, she got in the ref's bottom, if you want to say. I'm not.
I mean, you know, we're not gonna make it bigger than what it was. She told her what she was telling the umpire what the umpire was basically supposed to know to do.
Right.
That's really the bottom line. So yeah, like Brittany said, Coco had a match on Monday, I guess against Siegmund. Another good match. Channeling her inner Serena is right, Kenneth. And you know, first of all, it was a good match, but Siegmund was moving extremely slow. She was just moving slow. She wasn't ready. It was causing delays. And basically, it was happening on several occasions. Coco let it happen on, you know, a couple of occasions, and then on the third, fourth time, she decided to, you know, essentially make it known to the umpire, like, hey, you've let this slide for, you know, this amount of times, and I too have let it slide this amount of times, but basically it's getting out of hand and it's getting out of control. When I'm about to serve, she has to be ready. And that's point blank period. And that has been, like, I don't know, 20 to 30 second clip has been running rampant throughout just on social media and everywhere else. But like Kenneth said, yeah, like she essentially had to speak up for herself, right? And like to Brittany's point, it's dope that we've been watching her ascension, right? And her grow into the player that she is today. And oftentimes, many people probably wouldn't have spoken up and you know, would have said anything.
Right.
There was another instance in which I think it wasn't a timeout, but it was like a mini break, and Siegmund was sitting down, and she wasn't supposed to be sitting down. And Coco Gauff called her out on it and told the umpire, like, you know, she's sitting down and she's not supposed to. And I know it's the rule, but it's the rule. Like, she has to get up.
Right.
And ultimately, after the match, Siegmund cried. She cried because, sorry, gotta bring it up. She cried because, first of all, Coco is a fan favorite. in the U.S. Open. Like, they
Right.
was chanting her name today. They chant her name every match. Like,
Facts.
go, you literally hear it loud. So when Coco was calling out Siegman, the crowd was kind of backing Coco, and they was booing Siegman, right? They was booing her. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. That's a part of the game, right? That's part of any game. Like,
Right.
she was getting booed. Then on top of that, Coco was not playing with her. Like, I'm gonna call it out to the umpires. And then during the post match, interviews, she was crying, and it's like, there's no reason for you to cry, for real. Like, there's no reason for you to cry. She called it out.
No woman, not cry.
It's like, you're crying for what? So, all in all, Coco has been, showing up, doing what she needs to do. She is now moving into the quarterfinals of the US Open. And she's the first female American teenager to reach back-to-back U.S. Open quarterfinals since Serena Williams in 1999. From 1999 to 2001. So that's been a while. That's a long time. It's been 22 years since it happened.
Let's go, Coco.
She's not playing, and it definitely shows in her game.
Come on.
Shouts to Coco. You're making everybody proud. And continue doing your thing, man. That's all I got.
Big facts. We watching you, and I'm guessing her next game should be what, Tuesday or tomorrow?
I'm not sure about tomorrow.
Yeah, it might be Tuesday.
You may be right. You may be right, but we'll keep y'all posted. Either way, we'll be watching. It's going to be a good match.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, vilify her. Right now, they haven't really been vilifying her because her support is so big right now. It's really out of, like, I too was afraid of that. I was like, yo, they're gonna vilify her. This woman crying. They did not do that. And all these celebrities been showing up to watch her play. I mean, Brittany and I've been talking about Jimmy Butler. He's been just there every match.
Yeah.
Last week he was acting like a ball boy. He was dressed up like the rest of them. And he's been paying attention, and he's been there. Justin Bieber, like Brittany mentioned to me earlier, was there.
Yeah.
And then on the men's side, you had who else that was there?
You said Pusha T?
Yeah, Pusha T. Like, people are showing up and showing out, but I still like to say, like, they haven't been vilifying her. They've been rallying behind her heavy. I'm like, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, but that could change in the blink of an eye. We all know that.
Right.
As of right now, she can't do no wrong. As of right now, she can't do no wrong. She can't do no wrong.
I'm looking forward to seeing who she plays in the next round. So shout out to Coco. We here. I'm gonna say, like, moving on to our next article. Since the Liberty have beat the Las Vegas Aces for the Commissioner's Cup, they've been playing really, really well. So today they beat the Chicago Sky 86-69. Las Vegas still has the number one spot in the overall standings, but it looks like the Liberty are going to come out of the East on top, like number one. I just like how they're playing. I'm not really in the know about Kayla Thornton's game because I haven't really been watching her throughout the season, but a lot of people saying it's well deserved that she got to sign that 2-year extension for $220,000. So I guess that's a good look for them. I'm just, every time I get my hopes up with the Liberty, it's like somehow I get let down. So I'm not getting too hype because you got to beat them. You got to beat the Aces 3 times.
You got to get to the Aces, and the Aces got to get to them.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
It's other teams that
You're right.
talk about the Washington Mystics this week.
That's a fact.
They're sleep. I feel like they're a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're showing their behinds as of late. You got the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
You got the Seattle Storm. There's a lot of teams that they're gonna have to
get through.
They're gonna have to come across.
Yeah.
Get to each other. So,
no, you.
I don't know. Long Vegas Aces, they've been still regular season though.
Yeah, I feel like they got a little fatigue. It's the end of the season. I mean, this is the first 40 game season, right?
Yeah.
First 40 game season. So, I mean, that's 40 games is a lot. You feel me? So shout out to the Liberty. Let's keep it up. Y'all be having my heart outside of my chest, but let's keep it up going into the playoffs. I'm excited to see that. Let's go. What up, Jade? Oh yeah. Next article we talking about what? Mr. Primetime?
Primetime we saw yesterday. Colorado beat TCU. That's an upset. I don't even watch college football like that. I'm gonna pay attention to college football this year. I'm gonna give it all I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay attention. But what I did see yesterday was that when Prime came out of that tunnel, how much they was talking trash to that man in the stand. And Coach Prime wasn't phased at all. He walked the field, he walked the stadium, whatever,
right.
field, and he was shooting on the other side of the pillow, to be quite honest. To give context, Colorado, they had a terrible season last year. I feel like they may have only won 3 games, single digits. And so this was a big deal, starting the season off 1-0 against TCU. I think TCU was actually ranked 17 or something like that. So they're pretty good, but one boy showed out yesterday in Colorado. Didn't know that Coach Prime's son actually played on there as well. Didn't know. But yeah, 1-11. That was their record last year. Thank you, guys. 1-11. So yeah, I'm gonna do my due diligence and pay attention to college football. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But they showed out during the post game conference. Coach Prime was definitely popping his stuff. Both his sons. Okay, he was popping his stuff. He was calling out them reporters. He was like, "Wasn't you the one that said something about?" And I think he mentioned one of his sons, actually. Wasn't you saying something about basically my son, the one that played at Jackson State, the one that y'all said I should basically bet on coming here and do what he needed to do? He was calling, and then he was like, I kept the receipts.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, it was like, I kept receipts, so who was saying what? So he was on his bully yesterday. I was actually mad hyped to see that, and I'm glad he got the win because he was definitely facing some sort of, some adversity last year.
Of course.
Him saying he's leaving Jackson State, which is the HBCU, and coming over Colorado, and bringing some of the players with him. And, it's nice to see that at least the very first game went the way that it did. So yeah, I'm gonna pay attention, but it was a good game yesterday.
Okay.
That's the Coach Prime. We have a brother. And Brittany told me Jackson State won as well.
Yeah.
I believe last weekend. So they too are off to a great start. And I'm just happy to see, the chips, how they fall. This is what we're watching now.
Prime time. You think he phased? He wasn't phased as a player. You think he phased as a coach?
At all. None at all.
I'm stepping on all y'all necks. Get out of here. Yeah.
He ain't hard though. And he was walking around like it. Like
I mean, you can't. Like,
you can't. Yeah, I'm here to play ball and execute and get this win. That's
okay.
exactly what he went and did. And the game was close. It was 45-42.
A thriller.
So, yeah, it was big.
Okay. Shout out to Coach Prime. We're gonna be keeping our eyes on him during the season. Shantae's gonna watch some college football for the first time. Yeah, I think Rutgers is 1-0. I think they just beaten off Western, so you know we out here. Yeah, he lost two toes. They got amputated. Facts.
And I said, Biggie said it best with my name. It's like, yeah, right.
20-point auditors. Wow. Nah, that's good information. Of course, I'm gonna bring receipts to the table. Yeah, trying to play with me. All right. Yeah. I like the spiciness.
Yeah.
Spicy. Talking about spicy, this NIL article is spicy.
Very.
Wow, yo, what's going on with Florida? What's up with Florida?
I don't know. So Kevin probably knows because it seems like he watches football, but former Florida Gators football standout Javon Dexter, who now plays for the Bears, he's a rookie. He is suing a NIL collective by the name of Big League Advance Fund. And so during his time in Florida, he signed an NIL deal where he was supposed to be paid $136,485 in exchange for the use of his NIL. But here's also the kicker. The controversy kind of lies in the long-term commitment of the deal. So the deal, according to the contract, was to extend beyond his collegiate career.
Right.
So it actually was going to tap on the door of his NFL earnings, his pre-tax NFL earnings, 15% of that for 25 years.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because that's what stopped me when I read this.
Yeah.
He signed a contract that said that?
That is what he's claiming, that he signed that deal and it was under, this was misrepresentation. He was the whole agreement and the deal was, WTF is right. Misrepresented to him. And and so in Florida, to give some context, like we always mention, every state has their own NIL legislation and rules right now. And one of the rules for Florida is that any deal that a college athlete or high school athlete enters into, they have to go through like a legitimate agent. And so that's one thing that I believe Dexter is bringing forward. And then number two, what was it? Hold on, I'm looking right now. The second major issue was revolving on the nature of the compensation. Because under NIL, you're not supposed to be paid for your performance. Like, which is kind of, is you're not supposed to be paid for performance. That's always been a rule even before NIL was a thought. But they're saying, he's alleging that they may have BLA, who I just mentioned is Big League Advance Fund, may have actually paid him for his performance, which is not supposed to happen in the first place. So essentially, he's saying that BLA went against Florida statutes, NIL statutes, and for that, this whole deal needs to be voided. Like, this needs to go away. I did not know that I signed up for a 25-year NIL deal even beyond my collegiate career, which is crazy. Jay, without a lawyer, I'm not sure. And so that's the thing. Like, I actually looked up the summons and complaint. I'm gonna read it thoroughly after going live, but like, I think he just had an agent. And but I don't know if the agent was legit, and so that's the whole other thing. Like, under Florida, you have to, enter deals with a legitimate agent. And interesting enough, that's one of the concerns that a lot of NIL, what do I want to call them? Just individuals that's interested in talking about NIL and coaches and things of that nature. That what they're talking about is that moving forward, if a federal law is actually passed, they actually want all agents to be legitimate agents, and they have to then register with like some type of like federal
registry.
Yeah, so they're proposing like a federal registry because of something like this. I guess this is an example. I don't know if the agent is legitimate, but there has to be something wrong for him to have brought that up as one of the concerns in the complaint. Oh yeah, and that's another thing with Michael. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's a whole other situation, which is crazy. Kenneth said, did we speak on that last week? I feel like I don't remember, Kenneth, but what did we talk about? Remind me what we talked about last week. But nonetheless, this is a crazy deal. This is gonna set precedents, honestly, for stuff moving forward. And Brittany mentioned, like, she asked what is going on in Florida, because we definitely talked about Jaden Rashada close to a year ago, where he was promised $13.85 million.
Yeah. Terrible.
And I said, the trick until you get a pastor to sign. I don't know. And I think more will be revealed. I really don't know. I don't know if he actually. I'm assuming he got paid the $432 or $35,000 I just mentioned, but I don't think he knew that it was going to go beyond his collegiate career. The fact that this BLA is saying that they're going to tap into his pre-tax NFL earnings, 15% of that for 25 years, is crazy.
Bugged out.
That is crazy and predatory.
Correct.
And this is why this situation is going to be so impactful on NIL, just to see the ruling and to see how courts are going to view and analyze this type of situation. Is going to set precedents. Like, again, we haven't seen that many cases go to court for NIL as of yet. But the ones that have, they have set precedents, and this is going to be one of them. So yeah, this is a crazy situation.
Oh, yeah, I'm interested to see how that turns out, because signing a 25-year deal. Oh my God, 15%. I gotta give you 15%. Nah,
I shouldn't be nothing.
I'm not giving you
I
anything.
shouldn't give you not a thing. I'm not in college anymore.
Yeah,
and
this
that's
is
also part of Florida statute, like essentially saying, like, yeah, you can monetize off any of these student athletes' name, image, and likeness within their, high school, collegiate careers. I don't even think it allows them under Florida statute to go beyond or into post-secondary like academia. So if I wanted to go get my master's, but I'm still playing football or something like that, I don't think they can still touch that. I think they only have those 4 solid years. After that,
right.
You can't. You can't.
Hands off.
Yeah, let's keep it at being Florida breeds great athletes, not scholars. I think that's the case a lot with overall period at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unfortunately. And it kind of goes into the next topic that we're going to talk about, honestly, which is, so CBS did a poll. They surveyed 100 coaches. I believe it was it was D1 men's basketball coaches for their what's called their annual Candid Coaches series. And the question I was asking them was, based on your experience recruiting via the transfer portal, approximately what NIL price is a projected starter at the high major level looking for in college basketball? Now, before we get into the numbers, to Kenneth's point, one of the coaches, college coaches, was like, this is not about academics anymore.
No.
It's not about academics. It's about who can play and how much money they asking for or how much money you're willing to give.
Right.
It's not about books anymore.
No. It's about the beyond.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. You got a book, books beyond, they in beyond. They went from books to beyond. Excuse me, ball to beyond.
Correct.
It's not about books anymore.
Nah, scratch that.
And then we heard last week, we spoke to someone, they said something about SATs are changing or something, or
Regents.
And so I say like to say, because of COVID, there's been a lot of leeway happening with these people, giving a lot of leeway to these athletes.
Correct.
Student athletes no longer have to aim for the sky with C's get degrees, and that's where they at. C's and D's get degrees. As long as I get into this university or college to play basketball or play my sport, I'm gonna be okay. And so this is the feedback we've received from a college coach.
Right. Correct.
So I just thought this survey was interesting. So again, the question was, based on your experience recruiting via the transfer portal, approximately what NIL price is a projected starter at the high major level looking for in college basketball? 40% of college coaches said somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000. These kids are getting paid, and that is like a ballpark. $200,000 and $300,000. Now, you want me to read a book? You want me to do a book? You want me to do an assignment?
Nah, I'm trying to get to the bag.
Yo, that's not crazy. I want to read some of these quotes from the coaches that were surveyed.
Yeah.
One of them said, like anything, there are outliers in both directions, but I would say an average would be between $150,000 to $250,000. There are a lot of schools who are driving up the market where it's getting out of control. But I'm not complaining, because if I was one of them, I'd be doing it as well. I lost an okay player to a power conference school for $200,000. That was another quote. You have bozo schools. This is a quote. You have bozo schools offering insane numbers, and typically those coaches get fired. We lost the guy when we offered over $200,000, and he would have helped us, but we were blown away by the offer a Pac-12 school made. Listen, this gives a lot of context as to how much, because a lot of times we report on NIL deals, but the details of the deals of the contract are not revealed.
Correct.
We don't know how much they're getting paid. We don't know how often they're getting paid. The fact that some of them are getting paid between $200,000 and $400,000 is crazy.
Yes. Insane.
A year.
Insane.
Yo, insane. And you want me to read a book? Like I said, this is not, they don't care about it. Yo, $200,000, $400,000. I would love to go back to school. Hi, Janae.
What's up, Janae? I mean, they making money that can change generations.
Yo, big bags is correct. $200,000 to $400,000
in college.
This is the best. I love this poll. This is a great poll. This is a great survey that they conducted.
Yeah, they need to do more of these.
They do, and this was 100. They surveyed 100. So then it says 25% of the coaches that were surveyed said that these athletes are getting anywhere between 100K and 200K.
No.
14% said 300 to 400K, and then 11% said more than $400,000. More than $400,000.
Y'all think y'all that good?
Yo, they must be. Yo.
Nah. Nah, if they asking for $400,000, then we should have got $700,000. Like,
I mean, we just talked about how Jaden Machado was supposed to get $13 million.
He's bugged out.
He was, football bringing a whole lot of money, right? What's crazy, Janae, is that this poll was just about basketball.
Right.
They polled 100 plus Division I men's basketball coaches for a CBS Candid Coaches series, and these are what these D1 men's basketball players were talking about. Yeah, March Madness too, right? So it just brings more context. Again, we report on these deals, but we don't know how much these kids are getting paid. So this provides more context, and this is crazy. This is amazing. I wish I was here in college.
Yeah. 6 figures?
That's a beautiful thing. Yes.
I wouldn't have had to eat in the dining hall no more. Right. No more money on the McDonald's. Right. Nah, this is incredible.
It is incredible. We just talked about what else I seen something else with injuries. Like now she can't go to classes. She can't go. She's not going to regular classes.
Why not?
She's a celeb.
Oh, you're right. She garnering a lot of attention.
She's doing all. Yeah, no, she's not. I'm just remembering this because we're talking about this. Like, she's not. Can they relocate to Dubai half a year? Who? You mean a player? I don't know.
Dubai.
And get that bag over.
The Dubai bag? Yeah.
I don't know. I can definitely look into that. That's interesting too. These kids are making money.
They sure are.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to keep it 100%. No taxes. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
I mean, like, these kids ain't never seen money like this before, and they're young. I just don't want them to blow it all. I want them to be a little bit responsible with it and set themselves up. But this is money we ain't never seen before, and I'm happy we at this point because.
Like me too, because it's like, imagine. So, shouts to those young men and women get into the bag, and then also CBS. I love this poll. I love the survey that y'all conducted, and I hope that they do more of these to provide some more context and make states like Florida even more attractive. Taxes. That is true. That's a good point.
Tax. Yeah.
That's a good point, Jade.
Very good point.
So yeah.
I mean, staying on the NIL wave, we talking about how much football bringing in. Like BYU, they got an official NIL collective now, the Royal Blue. They've launched a program that benefits every 2023 BYU football player. Fire, take care of the team.
Yeah. Come on now, take all of them. There's 123 of them.
Ooh.
You don't know how much they're getting paid. You don't know any of that. But the fact that they taking on that, the whole team, that's a beautiful thing. Donors. I mean, Brittany always talks about donors and how big and important they are in just not only the support, physical support, but financial support.
Correct.
Like, the boosters are important. So, yeah, they put their piece into this initiative. What I thought was cool was that along with the financial compensation that the 123 athletes are getting, they're also going to be getting professional growth opportunities. So each athlete will have the chance to be mentored by industry leaders, which I think is super important and super key. Gaining insights into various disciplines such as sales, marketing, finance strategy, and technology.
There we go.
Mean,
there you go.
You get in like the starter kit of all starter kits, and you're getting it essentially for free. You just got to show up to practice and then play.
Right.
I mean,
doing what you're already doing.
They don't get better than that. Like, you're going to leave college better off than 1.5 of the people in America.
Facts.
With this information that you're getting for free. So I thought that was super dope. And yeah, we don't know how much they're gonna get paid. That's not disclosed, but nonetheless, that's a great opportunity. And I hope they take advantage of it.
Big facts. Big facts. So shout out to BYU. Shout out to that collective for paying everybody.
Come on, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
They got it.
Y'all got it.
That's a fact. Hey, weren't we talking about the Brander group with the EA Sports?
Yeah, we did. We talked about Brander. I think they still move forward with it. I think the court ruled in their favor. So yeah, I mean, they bite. They're back. And they are. They are working with. We just talked about Nebraska volleyball team earlier in our sports news segment. We talked about how the Nebraska volleyball team or game versus Nebraska Omaha completely sold out the stadium. Sold over, I think, 92,000 tickets. Because this did so well, and the turnout was just the magnitude of the turnout was just so crazy. Naturally speaking, just naturally, these young women now have opportunities, NIL opportunities, and they've been working directly with the Brander Group. And like Brittany mentioned, the Brander Group was in hot water when it came to several college football players. When it came to what's that video game?
EA Sports.
Yeah, EA Sports. They was fighting a lawsuit against EA Sports, but they're here, and they are working with every player on the Nebraska team. And there's 4 NIL activations that have launched for these women. So one of them is called On It, and they're trading cards. And 1 in every 10 packs will feature an autograph card with select athletes who do autograph cards receiving additional compensation. The first 5,000 production run of On It packs are fully guaranteed and paid with projected payouts of more than $1,000 per player. Excuse me, y'all. Through Campus Inc. We also talked about Campus Inc. before as well. Their NIL store network, each athlete has their own personalized apparel for sale. I think Campus Inc. also worked with, I don't want to say Angel Reese, but it was another athlete that they were working with when it came to apparel. Nonetheless, the company released a slew of merchandise to mark the occasion. T-shirts, sweatshirts featuring the entire team for sale, along with limited edition football jerseys for volleyball though. And they could be purchased. The jerseys could be purchased for basically $80, and each athlete will profit $8 to $50 per item sold. I remember Brittany actually had an issue with something with Campus Inc. because he felt like I forgot one of these NIL deals we were reporting on. He was like, they taking a high percentage.
Yeah.
I feel like it was either Reese or something, or somebody. He was like, that's all they getting back per item sold. But nonetheless, yeah, that's what's happening. And then we have Athletes Thread, and they have a full set of apparel. They're creating a full set of apparel for the Volleyball Day in Nebraska, which happened, like we just mentioned, this past week. And which will also include shirts, hoodies, volleyball jerseys. And then we have posters from the athletic collection. Those have launched, and the company says 10% of profits from poster sales are also donated back to the local communities of the college. So I love the fact that there's multiple ways that these young women are getting paid, and it's from different NIL organizations and companies. So that just shows how many different ways these student athletes can get paid. It's not just from one company; it can come from a multitude of different places and ways, in different ways. So, and this all came from this youth volleyball match this week. So, it only takes one game, it takes one match, it takes one play. That's what we've been talking about.
All I got is one mic.
Yeah. All right. I'm breaking out. I'm sorry.
That's fire that they got 4 different initiatives for them for this NIL deal. That's fire. I love that.
Yeah.
Right. Branded Group. Yeah, they think their name is sullied because of the EA Sports, so they gotta do something good to come back. You feel me? Branded Group. I'm serious. They gotta make up.
What? I think that I gotta look into how this case is going. I don't think they're in hot water right now because I think we last reported on the fact that the court was kind of siding with the Branded Group when it came to EA Sports. So.
Okay.
And it's still on track. The game is still on track. It was on track to be released, and I think it actually got released. This is the 2024 college football esports game. I think it has been released. Money these players are getting are pennies if you understand the ginormous amount of money these schools have made over the decades. No, that's a fact. What's even more interesting is we also reported that a lot of student athletes were interviewed when it came to this Branded Group EA Sports thing. Remember, Brittany, and they was just like, I don't care how much I get paid.
Right.
They ultimately said, I don't care how much, and they're on video saying, I don't really care about, all right, I'm getting paid $100 or I'm getting paid $500. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid $500, but I get to be in the game. I get to be in this college football game. They were saying that. So, while Dennis, you're right. Like, I always stand on the side of like defending these student athletes.
Right.
At the end of the day, some of them are also okay with getting paid pennies.
Crumb de la crumbs.
Yeah, they're okay with that.
Nah.
And Brittany and I was over here in an uproar. Online, what? But truth be told, and at the end of the day, it does come down. It comes down. You have to weigh. They have to weigh what's more important. Just like everything else. Kevin said those schools actually have also they have licensing deals. We checked about that as well. How certain schools are Nike schools, some are Adidas schools. You can't wear these sneakers while you play this sport.
That's facts.
You wear it after the game, before the game, but you can't wear them on that floor. Okay. No. So, welcome to the world of NIL.
Right. The NIL ecosystem is cray-cray. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moving on into the tech space. Um, Artificial intelligence has been dominating the news lately, and so we felt it fitting to bring artificial intelligence to the forefront. Right? We're at a point where the stuff that we were seeing in the Jetsons is coming true. Right? Flying cars, they have that. They are developing flying cars. You feel me? But this talks about autonomous vehicles. Driverless vehicles are becoming the mainstream now. Huh?
Well, would y'all get, including you, Brittany, would y'all get on a driverless bus?
No.
What about y'all? Can y'all tell me in the comments, would y'all get on a bus that had no driver? I mean, essentially, it's like, the Teslas that
Right.
you put it in a mode, that gear, and nobody,
Heck
you're
no.
not driving it, it's driving itself. Would
No.
you get on a bus that essentially, or shuttle that would drive itself?
No. What's up, Aunt Sharon? No, I'm not getting on that. But Oxa.
Yeah, that's the name of the company. They are using AI to essentially do what you just said. Create shuttles and buses and mass transit. Honestly, they trying to take over transit. Period. To create modes of transportation, autonomous transportation, so that people can get to and from.
Work
work, and they're starting off in the South and North Carolina, and they're also going to be trying to start this in California. They're going to have some tests.
Okay.
And they want to see how it goes.
Look, after I heard them Teslas be crashing into stuff and killing people, I ain't trying to get in no driverless car yet. Until y'all get enough data and do enough crash dummy tests, I'm not gonna be a crash dummy, okay?
Yeah, that's gonna be
nah.
I mean, the idea, I guess the thought behind it makes it as one of the problems that OXA is trying to solve is the congestion caused by many single occupancy vehicles on the road. The company says it hopes to make urban transit more efficient and sustainable by using autonomous shuttles and buses.
Okay. I mean, good idea, but I don't know what it's gonna look like in practice.
You're gonna see in a second. It's gonna be 2024. I don't know what.
Saying 2024 is kind of crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
We about to see a lot of crazy stuff. So, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And we'll see how it goes. We'll keep y'all posted with that.
Nah, I'm not driving. I'm not getting in a driverless bus. That's like me getting in the China bus. No.
Y'all, we do have a China bus story, but we're gonna table that. But
no.
That actually is a good. Because I feel like it was as if we were on a bus and nobody was driving anyway. How it was moving.
Come on.
It was moving with the wind. I said no, but it's an absolute hell no. I'm not getting on that. After we experience on the China bus. Yeah, we're not being funny. That's what it's called. It's called a China bus. Let me be very clear. In New York, there's something called a China bus. And
you get on there for the low, and you're going to get what you pay for.
We should have never create autonomous shuttle buses and transportation.
No.
So essentially, nobody would be driving transportation. It's going to be powered off of AI. And Brittany brought up this memory that I must have tucked very deep in my memory bank where I just don't even remember that we had to get on a China bus before to get from New York all the way to North Carolina. That was
Yes.
the craziest and sickest ride of my life. And yeah, Jay said she's been there. It was the sickest ride, and I think that's a great comparison to how I'm just afraid to get on the autonomous bus or any type of music transportation, so I won't be going on there.
That's a fact. And also never get on Greyhound, because the worst experiences have come on the China bus and Greyhound. So
yeah, no, I'm not going back on there. I told myself that.
Don't do it.
Oh, Jay, my brother took one to Atlanta too, and it was real crazy. Nope.
You gotta sometimes you got limited funds.
When you was young,
yeah.
You didn't really have the funds.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older,
she said no.
Stay home. I should just stay home or find another way to get this money to get over where I need to go, because that was terrible. Funny memories now though.
Correct. Keeping the theme of AI, you know these companies gonna continue to just refine this stuff, right? So Microsoft, obviously one of Ian Dunlap's favorite companies, infuses AI with human-like reasoning via an algorithm of thoughts. I mean, y'all just gonna continue to try to make them more human-like, and that, like,
this is gonna make us, they're saying that, like Brittany said, they're gonna make it more human-like. It's called the algorithm of thought. Essentially, it's gonna be ChatGPT on steroids. It'll be able to pull from everywhere. It's gonna use dual factors to augment reasoning capabilities. It's very creepy, like Jay just mentioned. And it's gonna draw inspiration from both humans and machines.
Right.
That is sick, because, like, us humans, we are the thing. So they're pulling from us and machines. I don't know how that could be stopped. Right.
See, I've been saying that.
The robot's here.
I've been saying iRobot's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's getting. They doing what they want.
I'm convinced someone was saying for the AI. Yeah, or AI. Yeah.
I'm giving AI the bombastic side eye.
Oh, you better. It said Microsoft says this hybrid technique enables the model to overcome human working memory limitations, allowing more comprehensive analysis of ideas. So they essentially trying to say that they can go a little bit further in thinking than humans can. That's what I gathered. This is about to go to a place humans, all the humans can't get to, and then we'll see. Microsoft, we got our eyes on you. I don't know, but I don't even like the name. Algorithm of Thoughts sounds. That could be a show. That's the name of an episode of a show.
It sounds like a chapter in a Harry Potter book. Like
Algorithm of Thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like, I mean, he had an algorithm of thoughts in the Chamber of Secrets. You feel me? Like, it sounds like something old girl put in the Harry Potter book. But tisk tisk. Moving along. More AI.
everything. AI to the world. That's where we at.
DoorDash and AI.
Yeah. DoorDash, they announced that they have launched an AI-powered voice ordering system that it says will enable restaurants to increase revenue by ensuring that no customer calls go unanswered. Like AI technology will also provide personalized recommendations to customers to boost the value of each order. And the AI system actually, it's a conversational bot with live agents, according to this post that was also linked in the article. And the goal is to capture every phone order opportunity. The initiative has 4 goals: facilitate cost-effective incremental sales, relieve burdensome in-store labor, provide excellent customer experiences, and simplify merchant onboarding. So basically, you may be talking to an AI generated bot.
So let me get this straight. I'm sorry, let me get this straight. You have an AI assisted ordering system.
Yeah.
So who's gonna carry out the making of the order? Like, even though I have a,
I think still the same people. I think physical people still. I think.
So yeah,
just physical people carrying out the order. They're making sure that no call, no order gets dismissed, so that they can collect all this bread. Because it's just not that many people. It's not enough people, I guess, to pay attention to all these means of communication when people are actually making orders. They're gonna use the AI to make sure nothing gets dropped. We're gonna make sure we get every possible order that a person brings in, whether that be on the telephone, whether that be through DoorDash, whether that be, I don't know. We're gonna make sure we get it, because we can't afford to be missing out on no bags. Basically, we can't afford to be missing out on no money. So you may be talking to an AI generated a bot.
Yeah.
You may be talking to a bot.
Look, I'm already tired. I'm already tired of calling into companies for my utility bills and having to talk to a bot. I don't like.
Oh man.
Like, I'm the person on the phone screaming, "Representative, please, please, representative,
human, please."
Yes, human. Can I please speak to someone? Because it's just coming to a point where everything is gonna be automated, or just, how are you doing? Can you please tell me what your grievance is? Like, I'm tired of talking to bots already. I like to talk to people. And that is slowly declining and diminishing. And I'm sad about that. Very sad.
That's crazy.
But, they always do it for the money.
It's about money. I mean, that's what that article is essentially saying. It's about money.
Okay.
It's about increasing revenue.
Okay.
Sacrificing hospitality. That's what it said. You don't want any angry potential customers and customers.
Facts.
So and I do think that people are still creating the meals, I think. But that may change.
We're going to see. I think that's just adding more work for the extra humans. So,
yeah.
I'm sad for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the culture news. And I just want to give a shout out to James Fauntleroy, who I'm a huge fan of. If you don't know who James Fauntleroy is, you need to go look him up immediately. But nonetheless, him and Terrace Martin dropped the EP last week. It's a jazz-focused EP, and it's called Nova. and it's amazing, and you need to go check it out. I love them, and that was my spill. I'm not getting paid to say that, but yeah, I love James Pomeroy. He's a musical genius, and you should definitely take a look. Well, not take a look, but take a listen. Um, and yeah, I think you'll be happy
Okay.
with what you hear.
Yeah, she's definitely a James Fauntleroy aficionado.
I love him, man. He's great. He's
Yeah.
really great. He's great.
Well, I'm gonna check that out. On my side, do I have anything to say or any culture? Actually was watching a really interesting Netflix documentary that's correlated to a book that I've read.
What's up?
So the title of the Netflix show is something How to Live to Be 100 or something like that. But it's based off of a book called Blue Zones by Dan Bortner. And basically, in different spots throughout the world, there are blue zones where people live to 100 on a consistent and consecutive basis. So he basically has like studied these different blue zones throughout the world. I think there's about 7. But the ones I know off the top of my head are Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, and there's some place else, I think in the United States that I remember. Loma Linda, some might be California. But very interesting. Just talks about an array of different things that contribute to health, from exercising, what they're eating. They basically said like in Okinawa, Japan, they're eating like 70% of the diet where there's the most concentrated amount of centurions. They eat a lot of sweet potatoes. About 70% of their diet is purple sweet potatoes. So it's very interesting. I think there's maybe like 4 episodes. I just started the first one. It's like a limited series. So the book is actually right here. Blue Zones. Yeah, see that?
Okay.
Yeah, so very interesting. Good information. So if y'all want to check that out, please do. Again, we're not getting paid to say these things. We just
we not promoting that.
Yeah. These are just things that we enjoy. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, go watch Lovecraft Country, y'all. Me and Shantae basically binge watched this series like last weekend.
Yeah, we're late.
Very late.
I personally did not want to watch Lovecraft Country when everybody was watching it. I am one of those people I like to kind of wait until
yes,
the hype dies down, kind of. But that show was amazing.
Very good. I enjoyed it.
It was amazing, and there's so much to unpack, and I'm kind of glad they didn't go more than a season. I'm like, I don't want to hear no beef from anybody. I think how they closed it out was great. I think that they just tied it up with a nice little bow at the end, and Jordan Peele is an executive producer. So when I learned that, I was like, okay, this whole thing makes so much more sense. It was done the right way. I now want to read the book because it was so good. Such a good series of show. And they did an amazing job. Yeah, Brittany and I, you watched it and we talked about it, and
it gave me it was a thrill. It was good. A lot of just creativity. And I think uniqueness. Like I often talk about how there's really a limited creativity in film right now because people have continue to do remakes of stuff. So I was happy to see a show with just like supernatural elements, racism, like action. A lot of stuff was going on. A lot of many themes harboring around. So I was very pleased with the series. But yeah, looking at these shows, it makes me kind of like want to write a movie or write a script because like there's so many different things you can do, you know. But he gets me. It gets you in your like creative bag. Like we can make something crazy like this, like for sure. But
Yeah, the writer's strike. Yeah, the writer's strike is going to. I mean, I personally like shows, and I just told you
yeah,
like I want to see how this goes this fall. As you know, it's September. Usually, the fall shows start like
rolling out.
within the next couple of weeks. So it may hit a little different this year because
Yeah.
of the writer's strike.
Talking about the writer's strike, that's why we gotta write our own stuff now. They striking. We can't watch no shows. It's reruns. Like my husband's grandmother was over here the past week. You know how many reruns of The View she watched every day? I'm like, this another rerun? Like we ain't got no live. Like Whoopi Goldberg was literally saying, you see us reading off our show notes very hard because we ain't got no writers. She basically said this while the show was going on. She's like, we struggling here, y'all see, right? I'm like, dang, writers are really important, but it's time for us to start writing our own scripts and start get to these film festivals, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we gonna be at the Mishu Film Festival someday, one day. They just hit 5 years. I've been following them for 5 years. All right, we gonna be there soon, very soon, with our own documentary. So best believe. But yeah, that's a Rizzy.
Yeah, that is a wrap. Make sure to tune in the next time I think we'll be here next week.
Yeah, we should.
Happening with us next week. Follow the 9450 as well. We do also have podcasts there every week where we discuss just the business of sports. But alongside us, we have several other of our good folks over at the 9450 that really just break down women's basketball. That's all we talk about is women's basketball. It's WNBA, and so they do a great job just discussing it.
Facts.
Line by line, stat by stat. That's what they do. So make sure you follow 9450. Make sure you check us out over there. Follow us here. Check us out next Sunday. And yeah, catch us next time.
Catch us next time.
With us. Everybody that's happening with us this evening, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always coming and supporting. And until next time, we'll talk to y'all later.
Peace. From Africa. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all next week, y'all.